Fellas, it's been way too long since we've covered Chemix Lifestyle, the brand of the Gorilla Chemist. They recently put out a whey isolate here, and it's a Velositol infused whey isolate. We've needed one on the market. There was a vanilla flavor, and then there is a new, and that's what I have here, chocolate peanut butter flavor. So let's dig right into the smelling and tasting of this. What's up, Gorilla Chemist? We had Gorilla Chemist on our podcast twice, so check that out, blog.priceplow.com/podcast. It's time for another one. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll have that in the show notes. Oh, I got the smell. I got actually a smell of chocolate before I got any peanut butter. This smells more chocolate heavy and cocoa heavy than peanut butter. Now, it does have natural artificial flavors, and I did get this product sent for free. We have an on and off business affiliate relationship with actually the manufacturer of this product. We're helping out with some pre-workout action Ben's been posting online, so stay tuned, subscribe to the channel. But yeah, what's interesting is that the peanut flour is actually higher on the label than the cocoa, but I personally smelled the cocoa first. Nice. You know what? There's a desiccant packet in here. You don't always see that in protein tubs. That's helpful. I am trying to find the scoop. All right, got my scoop. We are going with 8 ounces of water. What I like about this product is that there's 30 full scoops, 30 full servings in the tub, not 27 or 28, but 30. Shake vigorously. Now, it's pretty interesting they did not put out a chocolate flavor, or at least there's not one on the site. As it stands right now, vanilla, and then straight to the chocolate peanut butter. Gorilla Chemist keeping it interesting here. Let's get into it and then break down into the macros and talk about Velositol. Yeah, it's okay. A lot of times these chocolate peanut butter flavors come in hot and heavy on the peanut butter. There's definitely peanut flour in here. I'm getting more of a chocolate presence here. If you feel like peanut butter flavors or the chocolate peanut butter flavors are over the top, and we've definitely had some over the top ones, this one's more balanced. And my aftertaste is like 25% peanut butter. I'm feeling more cocoa though, for sure. So very smooth, very well balanced. It's there, but I got a better cocoa than peanut butter. As you can see, I'm taking it down pretty quick. This is good. This is a well put together supplement. You never know how they're gonna do it. Especially if you see peanut flour on the label first, then a lot of times, you're gonna get blown off with a ton of peanuts. Not really the case here. I like this. Makes sense. If they don't have a chocolate flavor available for sale right now, you might as well have your chocolate peanut butter flavor be a little bit chocolatey. So real quick, macros. Calories, we have 136 it's a 36.1 gram scoop, and we have a 26 gram protein dose. I should have called that out earlier. That's better than 24 or 25 grams. I think how Gorilla Chemist is going just a little bit above and beyond. You don't see 26 grams too often. On top of that, we have 3.5 grams of carbohydrates, and 2 grams of that is total sugars. And then we also have 2 grams of fat, less than 1 gram of saturated fat. Now, here's where the story is, though. The carbohydrates, that might seem a little bit high in carbs for a whey protein isolate without a lot of extra stuff added. There is also in this formula a non-dairy creamer. I've asked Gorilla Chemist what's in that, so we'll post that to the blog if we find out. 2 of the grams come from Velositol, and let's talk about Velositol now. Velositol is a patented ingredient from Nutrition 21. They're the experts in chromium supplementation. For like over 25 years, they've had Chromax, chromium picolinate. Well, what they realized is that you could actually use chromium, and there is a solid amount of chromium. Because of the Velositol inside, we have 2 grams, 2,000 milligrams worth of the chromium amylopectin complex, which has chromium histidinate and chromium picolinate in it. Covers like nearly 2,000% of the daily value of chromium intake. So definitely, if you take this every day, going to avoid deficiency. Now, chromium helps support insulin response, and the whole point here is that this is an ingredient that provides just a little bit of amylopectin, which is a starch that provides like what Todd Spear originally called. We've been talking about this on our we've had a podcast episode way back. We've been talking about this for like over 5 years now, where it provides a tickle of insulin release because of the added carbs here. So sometimes you do want some extra carbs to induce muscle protein synthesis, get the insulin going up. However, it's the chromium that makes your insulin work a little bit better, and it helps to like work as a kind of a glucose disposal agent, driving it into the muscle cell. So that's the theory, and it is supported by research. So Nutrition 21 put out some research in 2017. They compared Velositol with whey protein compared to just a control group that was whey protein alone. Now, they're using what was called quote unquote suboptimal protein use, and it was like a 6 gram dose of protein of whey protein on both sides. But what they found is that Velositol plus whey protein significantly increased muscle protein synthesis after just a single dose. Now, a lot of people are like, okay, that's really cool. It might work really well for amino acids, but my product has 20 grams of protein. Chemix here has 26 grams of protein. How does that work? So then they put out an animal study with escalating amounts of protein alongside Velositol compared to the control. And over the course of, as the numbers get bigger of protein, the effects are not as significant, but they are still significant in that around the 25 gram equivalent whey protein dose, there's still a significantly greater muscle protein synthesis uptick with the whey protein and Velositol compared to whey protein alone. So you still have that. Then there was a third study, and in this one, we actually have like physical endpoints for athletes. And this was using 15 grams of protein, so it's not as much as we have here. It's not complete apples to apples comparison. What was shown is that with the 15 gram doses of whey and Velositol, the subjects, these are athletes who had increased maximum squat reps, increased vertical jump power, and increased vertical jump height. So if you are into the leg training, this might be good for you. And then we could also in the article talk a little bit more about chromium and everything. I think this is one of those minerals that is becoming more and more deficient, even like since the last 10, 15 years of research. It's been in our food supply forever, and chromium is a mineral that we've supplemented for, well, like I said, 25 years. Over the course of time, I think things have gotten worse. I've talked about this on other podcasts. So in my opinion, if you're dieting or looking at I like to supplement zinc, magnesium, chromium is right up there with that as well. And this is a huge dose of chromium. With this scoop I'm just drinking here, I'm gonna finish this scoop for sure. I'm not gonna take any additional chromium, but I do on average take at least 500 milligrams of chromium picolinate per day. There are different claims that can be made. Like there was different studies performed in humans at different doses, like in terms of micrograms, 200 micrograms, 400, 600, and then 1,000 micrograms. We're well over that with this. We're gonna be at like almost 2,000. It's like 1,800, something like that. Either way, it's a pretty high dose of chromium that helps the body fight insulin resistance and just help your insulin system work a little bit better. So huge fan of that ingredient, obviously. And if not using Velositol or something with Velositol in it, yes, I do recommend chromium picolinate supplementation for nearly anyone. That's it. Anyway, long story short, let's finish this drink. I'm gonna save just a little bit for the reel, so check us out on Instagram. Other than that, welcome back to the channel, Gorilla Chemist. Let's get you on the pod, and we will talk eventually. Sign up for alerts on PricePlow.com/Chemix, and in the description, we'll have some links here. This is a good product, but it is definitely, I got a little peanut butter. It's definitely a stronger chocolate than peanut butter, so some of you might be wanting that. Thanks for watching.